Heya, it's Dana. Welcome to another video of me painting some watercolor things because I can. And it's been a while since we've posted a video because life gets busy, and also now it has snowed outside, and so that is sad. So I'm going to be painting something not snowy to make myself feel better. Hope you enjoy! I'm going to be painting some leaves, kind of like eucalyptus vibe, and then I'm going to be connecting them actually using a marker or fine point Sharpie, because that's very in right now, and so I feel like I could make some money off of it, to be completely honest. You gotta make what will sell when you have an Etsy shop. That's part of it too. So some paintings I do for me, some paintings I do because they're popular. I've mixed here some green, darker green with some yellow to add a bit of naturey vibes instead of artificial green, but now I'm just thinking I might want a bit less yellow for these eucalyptus leaves. You know what? I'm actually going to do, I just decided, some lighter leaves and some more rich leaves, and then layer them. So I'm going to start with the lighter ones first. So I'm just going to get some diluted green here. Yeah, we're just winging it because I'm just in the mood to paint, but not really anything specific yet, and that's okay. Self-care does not have to have a purpose. Okay, so I'm almost using like the brush sideways to make that leaf shape instead of the point being the literal point. That way it can get wider. Cool. And this is a good lightness, I think. I'm gonna go over with dark green in a different layer, and that'll be good. I just have to adjust myself. When I tape down my paintings, which I usually do so I can have a nice border, then that means I can't really turn it how I want, so I just have to turn me. Sometimes free flow art, where you just paint without having a specific idea in mind, where you just kind of see where it takes you, is really relaxing and really freeing. And so it's needed sometimes, where I don't have to try to recreate a painting I've already made, but I can just kind of do whatever I feel like it, which really helps my mental health. It makes it a good self-care session. So if I draw down that way, maybe I want the darker green one kind of like centered like that. Yep, I do. All right. Don't draw first and then try to go back over top, because most likely the pen will smudge unless you have a specific watercolor pen, which I don't have. So just don't draw first. Just always draw later. The painting in the background with the various flowers all over the place, I drew first because I was like, oh yeah, this is genius. And that's why it kind of has a dark cloudy effect to a lot of the flowers, but that was early on in my watercolor painting career, if you want to call it that. And so I was learning. So I kept it because it's still nice, but it's not the nicest it could have been. So don't draw first with pen. You can draw first with pencil lightly and then go back and erase it after. If you draw not lightly, it'll be impossible to get off because you put a layer of something over top, okay? Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna mix some more pigment in, so it's a darker green. This is kind of like a middle green. I do want a bit darker hue, so I'm gonna pull in some darker stuff. So now this is hard. We have to ignore the ones in the background in order to make your top one still look good. Because, you know, if you're like trying to avoid that one or perfectly go on top, then the top one is going to look too try hard. The other reason to not draw first is because when I do draw the one underneath, I'll probably stop, so that way this darker green one is on top. So you're gonna want to pull in some darker color, not just more pigment, because like this one, it is the same shade of green. So if it all of a sudden gets thinner there, then it's not going to show up very well. So I pulled in a tiny bit of black, and hopefully that helps. Now there's some cat hair slash paint brush hairs in this one. Like I said in a different video, don't go grabbing it now. You'll just wreck the flow of the paint. Once it dries, it'll come off easy peasy and won't leave a smudge or anything. So just leave hairs until the end. Unlike acrylic paint, which dries hard and you can't get anything out, watercolor, it just becomes part of the paper, and so then it's like there's just a fuzzy on it and you just brush it off once it's dry. All right, a bit more contrast. I am sort of wishing that these didn't overlap so badly. I want something here almost. I'm gonna bring this leaf down because it just needs something in here. Now we wait for it to dry, and then we'll draw on top of it. And now, while we wait for it to dry, it's time for a joke. What did the big flower say to the little flower? Hey, bud. Okay, so I think it's pretty well dry. So see, now I can just take that paintbrush hair off. Okay, so I've got 3 different kinds of markers. I've got an ultra fine point Sharpie, a regular fine point Sharpie, and then a brush pen. I don't think I'm gonna use the brush pen, although it's cool. Nope, nope. Regular Sharpie pen or fine point, ultra fine point. I think I'm gonna do the regular so you can still see it. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one up here. I don't wanna trace it exactly because that's the aesthetic. So again, try to ignore what's behind where you're working for now. And just draw some leaf shapes. I'm glad I used the regular fine point Sharpie because I think any thinner and it wouldn't have the same effect. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull some lines down, and I don't really care if they're perfect. Okay, I do. Let's be honest, I'm a perfectionist. So that hurt a little bit, but we gotta roll with it. Looking cute. Just keep telling yourself it's looking cute because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nope. Nope. There's no such thing as messing up on this painting. It's meant to look non-perfect. This is like therapy for perfectionists. This is like, I'm not claiming to be a therapist, let me just be clear, but this is like helping yourself to let go in a controlled manner. So now for this one, this is the hard part, is making sure that we don't accidentally like cross over these lines. So I started off pressing not very hard, so it was a lighter line, and then I messed up by pressing hard ones by accident, and then I added harder lines after to blend it in, but now I feel like it's adding texture. This is like happy little accidents. I get it now. So if you want to check out my Etsy shop, Prairie Alpine Art Co., and you want to buy this painting, totally do it. I would love that, but also be prepared that it's going to be different each time because of the free flow of it. And I love it, but then also I hope that you love it, that then you'll get an original painting, ultra original, because it actually won't look like anyone else's. Just like all the rest of my paintings, they're all handmade. I haven't done any prints yet because I haven't figured out how to do that. I've got a really cheap printer right now, so not gonna do it from home, that's for sure. But all my paintings then I paint by hand each time. So even if I'm replicating one I've already painted, it's going to be different. So you're going to get a one-of-a-kind painting each time, no matter what. So I hope that's a draw to my paintings, because I think it is. I think it's cool to have original ones like that. So yeah, anyways, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm going to sign it and then I will show you the finished result without the tape. All right, so this is my painting. I am really proud of it. I think it's like a really nice aesthetic. I think that I want to make one for my house and keep it. But I will list this on Etsy. Hopefully you like it. Go check out my Etsy shop if you want to go buy it. That'd be awesome. Or even if you want to just like spread the word, that'd be cool. And then I also have an Instagram page where I post some pictures and things like that of my art, just to keep you up to date, but also to help me get known. And yeah, I'm really proud of this painting. And so here we go. Ta-da! I really like it. So I hope you do too. If you did, you can give this video a like and you can subscribe to our channel where I'll do more video tutorials of how I paint things. So that way my husband can keep up his hobby of video editing, but also because I think it's fun, because this is kind of how I learned some techniques, is through YouTube videos. And I love sharing knowledge for free because I'm a teacher. I don't think people need to pay for that all the time, especially because I'm very much not a professional, but that's okay. Self-care does not have to be professional quality work for it to feel good. So, dang, I love it. Yay. See you next time. Thanks for watching.